I've been teasing it and I've been talking about it, but I've never really talked about it. I've been bringing it up, but I've never went in depth. So let's actually talk about Tyler Myers, who he is, and what he could offer the Vancouver Canucks, because, let's face it, we're probably gonna sign him. We probably are, so I guess I better make this video now, just so by the time Myers does get signed by Vancouver, we know what to expect. Tyler Myers. Big right-handed defenseman. And by big, I mean very, very, very big. He's 6'8", 229 pounds, and he's a right-handed D. So obviously there's a value there, and for the Vancouver Canucks, on a team that has a Stecher that's usually pretty good, a Tanev that's never in the lineup, and a Schenn and a Biega and no more Goodbranson, we could use right-handed depth. And Myers is a guy that does provide that, I will say so. Myers is also a guy who does get himself quite a bit of points. He had 31 points last season and 36 points the season before that. He is usually somebody who can get up to 25 plus points in a season. He's had those numbers all throughout his career. He gets upwards of 15 to 20 assists on the year, and he usually contributes 6+ goals on a season, which is very good to see. Obviously, if you're a right-handed defenseman, you've got that value, and if you're getting points too, there's value in that as well. But the thing is, when you think of big right-handed defensemen and the Vancouver Canucks, most people with recency bias would think about Erik Goodbranson. And when it comes to Erik Goodbranson, the biggest thing about Guddy's game was that he didn't really do anything positive. He was out there defensively and he would give up turnovers, he would give up on his man, he didn't do the right things in the defensive zone. And his offensive zone side wasn't really there either. There was really no offense to Guddy's game at all. Contrast that to Tyler Myers, who does have an offensive upside, but who is arguably as bad as Goodbranson in the defensive zone. This is a thing that Winnipeg fans are very familiar with. This is the reason why Winnipeg fans are kind of happy that Tyler Myers isn't coming back. Because Myers, as a 29-year-old UFA, is a guy who's going to be demanding money, because this is potentially the money that he's going to retire off of. This is potentially going to be his last contract. And as a hockey player who's on the brink end of his career and who probably wants a long-term deal, he's gonna get paid. And if the Vancouver Canucks don't do it, some other team will. Which is why other people are saying, okay, right-handed defenseman, he's big, and he's got offensive upside. Jim Benning is going to give him 7 years and $7 million per year. And honestly, I could see that happening. But we're not going to talk about the contract. We're not going to talk about that. We'll leave that to when it actually happens, because it's probably going to happen. But Myers is a guy who, in my opinion, definitely would make this team better in the very short term. Very, very short term. And by better, I don't mean extraordinarily better. Tyler Myers isn't going to push us into a playoff spot, but Tyler Myers will help get us a few more goals here and there. Sure, yeah, 30 points, that's pretty good, and it's something that I believe Myers can very well get next season, because he's a pretty good offensive-minded guy in the O-zone. Just in the D-zone, everything else kind of crumbles around him. But it's because the offense is there, and because the strength in a 6'8" right-handed defenseman is there, and the durability is there to rely on him to most likely play a full season, that I believe that he will make this team better. Albeit, you could argue by how much, but he makes the team better on paper. The only problem is, by the time Myers signs his 7-year deal, what's going to happen to Myers when he's 33, 34, 35? If we think his defense is bad now, what's it going to be like then? Is he going to slow down too? Is he going to be slow like Goodbranson was now? What does the long-term hold in store for Tyler Myers? And since that's a legitimate concern, people are saying, okay, well, just sign him to a short-year deal. Well, you can't. Myers is 29. He's not going to take the risk of signing a 2-3-year deal, takes him until he's 32, and then, when he's particularly in the decline already, he's going to get another contract that's potentially going to be cheaper? No, this is the money that he retires off of. This is his last contract foreseeably, and this is the money that's going to take him into the rest of his life. So, that's why the price is so high, and that's why he's probably going to get a lot of money. and Jim Benning might be the guy that throws that money at him. So overall, his offensive game, great. I like it. 30 plus points. I like it a lot. But the decline that is inevitably going to come, that's concerning. The defensive zone turnovers and poor defensive coverage, that's very, very concerning. And overall, just because he's a big right-handed defenseman, to me, it doesn't justify giving him a 7x7 deal. But hey, who knows? 7x7 is the number that Canucks fans are memeing about right now. We're all joking around saying it's 7x7, but who knows? If it's something smaller than that, then great. If it's something larger than that, then my gosh. But overall, Tyler Myers, the bottom line is that I believe he makes the team better. At least for next season. So, there's that. Hope you enjoyed this video, social99, and bye.